Good morning, Mr. Everybody. We just have so much fun off the air.
And Miss and Mrs. Everybody.
Yes.
Yes.
All
our lady.
We have a lot of them.
We have a lot of lady
We do.
listeners.
Yeah, I don't know why they put up with us. But
I don't know. I don't know why Carl's wife and my wife put up with us.
Do they listen to the show?
Mine does sometimes.
Sometimes.
Yeah,
Sometimes
same
my
here.
wife will listen with my grandson. Isaac, if you're listening, put the tablet down and go mow the grass or something.
Does he listen?
No.
I mean to the show.
Sometimes.
Sometimes.
My
If
grandkids
my wife's
listen
listening,
a little bit, you know.
He likes to hear his name on the radio.
Does
So,
he-
hi,
does-
Isaac.
Does he recognize your voice?
Yeah.
Good. Wow.
He always says, "Why are you so mean?" I'm like, "I'm not mean."
He says that?
Yeah.
It's mean to
Really?
Mr. Coolis.
I'm mean to Joe. I'm not mean to you.
He
It
recognizes
sounds
that.
mean because I tell you things you don't want to hear.
Yeah.
Like pick up your shoes and put them where they're supposed to go, and
Yeah.
put your laundry in the laundry basket, and take out your dirty dishes and all of that other stuff that kids don't like to hear from their grandpas.
Yeah. But
They'd
they
rather-
notice
Yeah.
that you're talking about me. They notice the. That's
Mm-hmm.
interesting. So you got a recipe there, Doc? Because we didn't give you one. during the
Yeah, I can give
cooking?
you a pretty good recipe here.
Okay.
This is I really like this recipe here.
Okay.
It's on the back of a Bisquick box, actually. You can do this, I call it a biscuit deer cheeseburger pie. Now, you can do this with beef, or you can do it with deer, or you can do it with moose,
Ooh.
Joe. It'd be good with your moose.
Okay.
You want 1 pound of ground beef, deer, or moose. 1 onion, your choice of onions, you know. I would take a cup of chopped onions. I like a sweet onion with this. I don't like the harsh yellow onions. Get a sweet onion. And the Vidalia onions are out right now. They're really good. 1/3 of a cup of butter and olive oil. 1/2 teaspoon of sea salt or kosher salt. 1 cup of shredded cheddar cheese. 1/4 cup of Bisquick baking mix. 1 cup of milk. 2 eggs. 1 teaspoon of vegetable oil. Get all these things ready to go. Heat your oven to 400 degrees. Spray a glass baking pie plate, a 9-inch plate, with Pam or some type of cooking spray. Whatever you have is fine. In a skillet, cook the onions, deer, butter, and olive oil, and sprinkle some salt, and sprinkle in the cheese all together. In a bowl, plop the Bisquick and egg and milk and oil, and mix that all together, and then pour it into your pie plate along with the meat. Throw this into the oven for a half an hour. Let stand. Now, this will feed 6 people.
So it's kind of like.
Supposedly. Or, you know, for me and Carl, we'd have a half of that pie apiece.
So you would call it a meat pie? Is
It's
that?
a meat pie, yeah. The Bisquick meat pie. Cheeseburger, hamburger,
Yeah.
pie.
Hmm.
It's really good.
Is it?
I mean, it's really good.
Wow.
And it's easy to make, and most people have all these ingredients at home.
Yeah.
Maybe minus the deer and the moose.
Well, yeah, but you can use ground meat.
You got the moose.
I got the moose for sure.
You got the moose.
And in fact, even with the deer, that was always the safest way to cut up a deer, because if it had any wildness or if it wasn't taken care of exactly right, the meat could be a little tainted. But if you had ground meat and had pork added to it, Yeah, you would not know it's
Well,
deer.
see, you got some oil in this too. You got the olive oil and the butter.
Yeah.
So you're getting some sustenance there.
Okay.
Some moisture with
Yeah.
that too, and you got the cheese. So it's going to come out real good. I haven't made this for a while because I haven't had any deer, but my wife makes this. Dear Mary Lou makes this
Oh,
with
they
beef
have,
all the time for me.
You can pick up some elk at
Yeah.
At Dion's, yeah,
or bison.
or bison. That'd be good with
You could
any of those.
make any of those wild game meats.
I
and
wonder
use
if
it
you could
instead.
have them grind it for you.
Sure.
It's you get.
I
you
think
get
it comes.
The ground.
It
That's
comes
the way
ground,
comes.
and it.
Oh, it comes that way?
Yeah, you can get it either way.
Okay.
Now,
You
if
get
you've never
steaks,
had
or you can
elk,
get it ground.
If you've never had elk, it's really good.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Elk. I like moose a little better than elk, but I think
Yeah.
elk is really good.
Huh. Well, that's good.
And bison is excellent too.
Mhm.
Sure.
So a little
It's-
something different there. And
Yep.
you guys who have a bunch of ground deer still in the freezer, try this out. I think you'll really
Yeah.
like it.
And if nothing else, during this deer season, when you go get it processed, you could get it ground. And
Ground.
we did a lot of that. Always had a big commercial grinder, boy.
Mhm.
This was a monster. You could really go to
I
town.
guarantee you will like this recipe. My
Yeah.
good old friend Justin Wilson.
Yeah.
Boy, I tell you, Justin Wilson's second wife, wow, was she a knockout. Holy cow.
Oh, boy, oh, boy.
He had a trophy wife for the second one.
Yeah, he sure do.
She was a 9-pointer.
9 point.
9-pointer.
No velvet on her. No.
Oh,
You're gonna get in
boy.
trouble. You on the button, Lenny?
You better be on that button. You know that well, though.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
He no fool. Lenny no fool.
Nope.
He's smart man.
Yeah. He keeps us straight, boy. I tell you,
He
the
try.
best.
He try.
He's the best
He
we've
try
had.
his bestest. He's a good boy. Lenny,
Yeah.
good boy.
Mm. The that was, I see another, that the Japanese have figured out how to replicate with chemicals the cornea of your eye. They can 3D print with the new plastics and all
Well,
that
they've been doing that for years.
Yeah.
with the cornea, but this is something new that they just developed with 3D printing something for your eyes. There's just so much.
They can do your cornea, and they can do the enamel on your teeth.
Amazing, with the technology.
Yep, it sure am.
Boy, oh boy, it's amazing the
But-
event. Huh?
One thing they haven't found out how to do yet
Here it comes, guaranteed.
is, well, you can lead Joe to water, but you cannot make him drink.
I forced him to drink this
That's
morning.
right.
Yeah, it straightened it
I
out.
forced him to drink some Red Bull and some water.
Yeah, both, and then it goes away like nothing ever happened.
Well, it'll come back. Just give it 20 minutes.
No, that's okay. No, once was
Drink
enough.
some more water before you drive home.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
You old man, you. But yeah, it's been a crazy show today.
Yes.
Yes.
it has been.
Very crazy.
Like it always is.
Mhm.
We never know what to expect.
I'm going to look for that frog gig.
Oh,
We would.
I might
Oh, wait
have
a-
one in the garage. you
Okay.
know. I haven't gigged
but
frogs
you,
get
you
a,
said
40
something
years.
off the air. It was the wrong.
Hmm.
It wasn't the scissor kite
Oh,
bird. The bird when you were
the
talking.
rare bird I was talking about earlier.
Yes.
I said it was a scissor
kite.
scissors. Kite.
scissor-tailed kite.
Yes.
And that's not true.
Okay, it is what?
It is a swallow-tailed kite,
Swallowtail.
which is it's also black and white, but
Yeah.
the tail looks like the tail of a swallow, not scissor-tailed. Scissor-tailed kites have really long tail feathers.
Oh,
These are shorter, but you can tell they're pointed and they're longer than the usual, and it's a different style of tail feather
and you
than
says
a
that
usual
the other
raptor.
birds were after it, chasing it.
Yeah, I can't think of
Sharp-shinned.
the Harris hawk and the shark. Not the Harris. What am I thinking? Gosh, I've been hanging around you too long, Joe. I can't think of anything. Can't remember anything anymore.
Blame it on Joe.
Oh, it's contagious.
It's like me.
yeah.
I couldn't think of the word Loran this morning for the.
One is
the
I
Red Sea.
could
intrusion,
not
yeah.
think of
Isn't that
Loran.
something?
No.
You know,
I can't think of the other.
and it's a word you know, and you still can't remember it.
No. You can picture
I can't
the
remember
bird,
anything.
but
Yes.
you can't remember the word.
Yes, isn't that something?
Wasn't red-tailed. Were they red-tails? No.
No, it was.
Merlins?
But anyway,
Maybe
you so
Merlins?
so
there
you
was a
say the
Merlin
local
and there was
hawks
a
were chasing it.
Cooper's hawk.
Cooper's hawk,
Cooper's hawk.
and
I got one in my backyard.
Cooper's
I
hawk
named
were
him
chasing
Coop.
him. Yeah.
Oh,
I don't know
How's
why
your
I
little
couldn't
kitty
remember.
doing?
doing good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got to take her to the vet. You
Oh
know,
yeah.
You know the shoemakers whose kids don't have shoes. That's me.
That's right. They get the-
So how do you pick a vet?
She
he
used
leaves
to
the
work
leather and
for
stuff.
me.
Oh,
Oh,
really?
Yeah, she's a great gal. I got to go see her. She's over in
you need some
a
elves.
town over next to me there that
So-
I
so you'll-
can't remember the name of.
So you'll take
See,
you'll take your
contagious,
See?
Joe.
I know you're
You're
terrible
infecting
for
all of us.
you
blame
got
it
a
on-
virus.
Stay behind the
Blame
glass.
it on Joe.
It's like the measles, you know what
It's
I
like the
Please.
mean?
Andromeda strain.
blame it on Joe.
Lenny, stay behind the glass.
If it's good,
You're
they
lucky,
don't.
Lenny.
Yeah, if it's good, they don't say
Close
anything.
the
But if
door
it's
before
bad,
the
blame
Irish
it on
guys
Joe.
get here.
It's all my
Oh.
fault.
I hope they stay. Yeah, they ought to stay behind the glass too. You're contagious, Joe.
Oh,
You're
jeez.
worse.
So
than the
they,
measles. We
so
got to
you-
get vaccinated before we come next
Yeah.
week.
So why do you have to take her in? Your
Well, she's
kitty.
got to get her shots. She's got to get the fecal checked, and she's got to get spayed.
Okay.
There won't be
Okay.
any
And
more
I got to
kittens
see
around.
my little friend who used to work for me.
Yeah.
She's a doll.
Wow, that's wonderful. Huh. See
Yeah.
that? Never know. What goes around comes around.
I am turning off my computer because it's going to
Oh,
die.
you're running out of power.
Yep.
Well, you
So
got.
am I. We're, all
Me
three
too.
of us are running out of power.
I'm running on fumes here.
Oh, jeez.
They're Joe's fumes, but hey, whew.
Oh my gosh. Well, in that then
I'm
let's.
running out of Red Bull.
Are you okay? Well, we'll take a break. You're listening to Inside the Great Outdoors, and we're going to have the
Oh, we got some
fishing.
fishing. If they're still, even at the hot weather and they're still biting. So
Okay. Well, we'll come back with a fishing report. So
Yep.
we'll take a break, and we'll be back.
Saturday in the park, I think it was the 4th of July. Saturday in the park, I think it was the 4th of July.
For those that fish Lake Erie and are used to fishing with dipsy divers, I think they've got to try my diver, Castaway's Magnetic Diver. And what's so neat about it, it's a magnetic release. So you don't have to fight with the problem with the regular dipsies is that they'll trip. You got to bring them in. set
Or
them-
sometimes they won't trip.
or they won't trip. This is a magnetic release, so you let it into the water, and as it has slack, it falls and it sets and then dives. And then when a fish hits it, it trips it, comes to the surface and comes in. But the neat thing about it as well is you can fish with it. You can trip it, you can let it come up through the water column, you can reset it. So it's a great way to get a bait down and away from the boat. So it's Castaway's Magnetic Diver, but it's something if you're a troller you need to look into. It's a great product and a great way to make fishing a lot easier and a lot more productive. Order yours today.
during the spring, everyone's a crappie fisherman. The spawn is on and the fishing is great. But what happens after the spawn? The fish can get finicky and things can get tough. If you're looking for some help to keep the slabs hitting all year long, give Kodiak Crappie Scent a try. The paste is formulated with freeze-dried bait. That concentrates the smell and taste of live bait, and the gel really sticks to your lure. You can find Kodiak scent products at Mogador Bait, Tackle, and Marine Repair in Suffield, Ohio, or the Middlefield location of Great Lakes Outdoor Supply. To check out the full line of Kodiak scents, including saltwater and catfish flavors, head to castaway.com. That's Castaway with a K.
If you troll for walleye, steelhead, or even salmon, you need to check out Castaway's Magnetic Divers. The release is magnetic, so if it trips accidentally, no need to retrieve it. Simply give the line slack, it sinks and resets itself automatically. When fishing is slow, trip the diver when trolling. It will come up through the water column and very often trigger a strike because you are now covering different depths. It can be set to go off to the right, left, or straight behind the boat. It comes in 3 sizes and different colors. Why not try one today? You can order them online at castaway.com. That's castaway.com with a K. You will not only improve your fishing success, but will make trolling fun again because of no more retrieving after a false release. That's Castaway's Magnetic Diver at www.castaway.com with a K.
Thanks for listening to the Inside the Great Outdoors podcast. If you have any questions, comments, or stories you'd like to share, shoot us an email at jcoulis@castaway.com. That's Castaway with a K. We'll share your comments with our audience on the following week's show. Thanks again for listening to Inside the Great Outdoors.
Here we go. Time for the fishing report as these guys are giving me another hard time.
The one with the C on it.
Oh, the one that said cold?
Yeah.
Oh, that's the
And
button
it
you push
says
to get water?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right. Now, what's the report?
No wonder he's passing out all the time. He doesn't know which knob to turn. Anyway, on that note, the fishing report.
What's that?
To follow,
Yes,
Carl.
what's that?
This is, he wiped my whole brain clean with that one. He actually walked in the studio. It's like, it's time for the fishing report. And he goes, I couldn't figure out what button to push. And I'm like, what? On what? On the water machine.
It didn't take very much to wipe your brain off.
No.
Okay.
It's always right on the edge, Joe. It just needs you to push me over. But
Okay, here we
anyway,
go.
I did go fishing yesterday. Went out to Mosquito again. I like going out there because it's just a long enough drive that it sort of clears your head a little bit.
How long does it take?
About 45 minutes.
Oh, it's a good one, yeah. Okay.
And went out to the Route 88 causeway, and I like sitting on the causeway and just relaxing, and you catch some nice fish off the causeway.
You never know what you're
And you
gonna
never
get.
know. That's exactly right.
that's
You can
true.
get anything from a northern pike to a largemouth to a flathead catfish
Yep.
and walleye and whatever. But lately it's been a lot of bluegills, but they sort of tailed off the last couple of weeks. I caught a bunch of small bluegills, but what I did catch that was decent sized, I caught some perch. That's why I wore my Church of Perch visor today. So, and I had it on yesterday. I guess the perch saw it and said, "Oh, well, let's bite that guy's worm over there," and that's how I caught him. So, because I was wearing my Church of Perch visor, available at churchofperch.com. Thank you, Michael Bray. And but I was using red worms as I usually do, but I tried everything, changing the water depths. I had slip bobber on one rod and was fishing the rocket bobber on the other, and it was just, sometimes they'd pick it up and they let it go and they wouldn't come back and hit it. It was just an off day, and there were a couple guys in a boat that were fishing out in front of me, and they were like, "Is it slow for you too?" And I said, "Yeah, there's nothing biting." But then later in the afternoon, I found, because I was fishing out, it was probably 10 to 12 feet of water. I was fishing over some weeds that were a couple feet up off the bottom. And usually if you drift over the tops of the weeds, the fish will come out and whack it pretty good. And you can do pretty good on them if you find a nice little patch that's holding fish. But the fish moved in, and they were right just like 2 feet off the rocks on
Really?
the causeway, all
Really?
that riprap and stuff.
Wow.
And it was every cast. I'm like, I sat there for like 3 hours sitting there waiting for a bite and casting and changing my different lures. And I've even put on a plain hook and I throw it right next to the rocks, and it's like, blunk. I pull, I caught more 6-inch, 7-inch bluegill off of the rocks right there. And they were on the small side, but
Yeah.
they were getting there. But
Yeah.
it was still fun. But it was like, that's you work at something all day and it's not working, and then that I think what happened was, because I was fishing with 2 rods and I had one out, I was getting a bite as I was reeling in one rod, and I stopped and I went to get the other rod, and of course I missed the one that was biting,
Yeah.
and I looked back and my float's gone. And I'm like, pull it up, and sure enough, there's a
Right
nice
in
little
front of your
right in front of
nose.
me. That's the fish. The fish sometimes get the best of you, which is fine, and that's. But other fish and fishing that's going on. I've heard the crappies and stuff have moved out to deeper water. They're staging out in that deep basins and sitting off the drop-offs at like Mosquito and stuff, because they want that cooler water. And I also heard the walleyes are in the weeds. So if you take a jig head and put a chunk of nightcrawler on it and drop it in the holes in the weeds over there on the west side of Mosquito and either side of the causeway too, south or north. And you can catch some walleyes doing that. You never know what you're going to catch doing that, though. Just like
Sometimes
we
you can
said.
snake them out with a stick bait,
Yeah.
too,
Yep. And
Black and gold, I used to
or
do that.
they also sell leeches up there. Leeches work really well, and they're tough as nails. You hook them right through the sucker, and use like a red-orange jig head, usually a 1/16 to a 1/8 of an ounce, and that should get you down through the weeds to where the fish are just laying. They're just wrapped up in those weeds, just sitting there, trying to get out of the sun, and weeds are giving off the oxygen and all that stuff. But there were some bass guys out there catching. I saw them catch a couple of bass. They didn't really have any size to them. I have seen some posts on the old Facebook page from Nimisila and Portage Lakes. The bass are schooling out in the main lake and chasing shad. And if you want to have some fun in the early morning or in the evening, it's not so much in the hot afternoons. They get down in the weeds and you have to, use your plastic worms and Texas rigged plastic worms and things like that, rig them weedless and fish those. But in the evenings especially, when the sun's going down and it's starting to cool off, the shad will come up. And schools of bass will chase those shad and hit them. And you can throw topwater baits in there and just have so much fun catching those bass. And anything on a topwater is fun, and it's like so exciting when those fish hit and you actually get a hook into one. A lot of times you'll miss them, but that's part of fishing. You got to wait. That's the hardest thing to do when that big blow-up comes on your lure. The hardest thing to do is wait till you feel the hit on your rod.
Yeah.
Because if you pull too soon, he won't have it in his mouth, and he'll just spit it right out, right back at you.
Count to 7.
Yep. So it's the catfish are doing really well at night. They had there've been a few catfish tournaments out. Man, something's got me. I think a couple of Joe's spores have fallen off of him from his
It's the mold.
from being such a fun guy. And
Oh,
but
Oh,
Like I said, with
God.
this show, you never know. But the catfish are doing really well. One of the funnest ways I found to catch catfish.
Yeah.
A lot of people bottom fish for them and things like that. What I love to do is use a lighted float
Oh,
and a piece of cut bluegill
yeah.
or
Ooh.
cut shad about 4 or 5 feet down and just chuck it out and let it float around. And you'll be sitting there. All you have to do is look for that little light, whatever color light you have on your float. And when it's gone, hold on, because you don't know whether it's going to be a catfish that's a foot long or 3 feet long. They're just fun to catch that way.
Yeah.
Watch the little red lights disappear or start swimming off into the distance. It's like, huh. But the other thing you can get now are the flatheads from shore. Guys use Carolina rigs, and they'll have a reel with a clicker on it. And you set that, you don't engage the reel, you have the clicker on it.
Yeah.
So when the fish starts taking line, he won't feel that weight,
But you can
but
hear
you
it.
can hear the clicker going. And then you let him run with it for, 10 or 15 seconds, and then click the clicker. And if you're using like a circle hook, you don't even have to set the hook. You just let him pull and then start reeling. And that will turn that circle hook into the corner of his mouth, and he won't swallow it. But if you're using like a J hook, like a regular
Yeah.
J hook,
Swallow it.
they could get into their gills, and if you're not going to keep them.
And if that
is,
happens, isn't it best just to
cut the
cut the line and
yep.
the hook will rust away
Yep.
and it won't hurt him?
It shouldn't
Usually.
hurt him,
Usually.
unless he's really badly gill hooked,
Okay.
like he rips his
But
entire
if
gill
it's in
out.
his throat,
Yeah, then the best thing to do is to cut it.
cut the line.
And because catfish are tough as nails
Yeah,
anyway.
use
So.
And the
Thin-
acid
thin
in his
hook
system
and not-
will rust it away.
Use junky hooks.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can use cheaper hooks for,
Oh, good idea.
unless you're tournament fishing.
Well,
They've had a few catfish tournaments. They had one Friday night. Friday night at Portage Lakes, I believe.
oh,
And lots of nice fish caught. There's lots, there's always fishing opportunities available.
hmm
Whether it's wading the rivers and catching smallmouth, you might not catch a 5-pounder, but you'll catch a bunch of maybe 1.5 pounders.
Yeah.
And if you're using light tackle, it's an absolute ball
Oh,
catching
they
them like
jump
that.
out
They
of the
fight.
water.
Those river smallies fight so hard
Oh,
because they're always fighting against the current.
Yep.
Mm.
And
yep.
they're so strong. But there's that. There's, my son has been going pike fishing, and they're still catching northern pike and stuff.
Wow.
Up in the upper Cuyahoga and down in the Tusk. And,
yeah.
I'm not saying exactly where, but,
Yeah,
because he gets mad at me.
sure.
Don't say anything. It's like, don't start that. I'm not telling, He put an X on the water where he caught him.
Yeah, right.
So,
I thought he puts it on the boat.
yeah, on the side of the boat.
Yeah.
Those streams are
That's-
full of
Okay.
fish.
Okay.
Oh, sure.
Alrighty.
But
What we got?
there's fish everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get out there. And it's not going to be long. They're going to start moving in closer to shore. The perch fishing opportunities are still going hot and heavy out west.
Mhm.
And out east, I've heard some good things
Oh,
Oh, that's
on the perch and the walleye out of Geneva and Ashtabula and Conneaut.
Hear anything about the steelhead out east?
They're catching them out in the deeper water, but they're when
Staging
the
a little
walleye
bit.
guys out there, they're using the wire line and the spoons catching walleye, and
Oh,
then
okay.
getting some steelhead.
getting steelhead too.
Yeah.
So
Okay. All right.
it's a mix.
Well, we'll take a short break. You're listening to Inside a Great Outdoors Storytelling Time.
Where we going?
We're going to go catch catfish, too. I didn't know what to talk about
Oh,
until he said
boy.
that. Ooh, I got a good one. We'll take a break. We'll be back.
Cook more with Castaway baits and scents. The Kodiak Shrimp Attractant, Captain Bob's must-have. Blast lures with shrimp scent that fish can't resist. It's perfect for any water. Pros are stacking their kits with Castaway's killer pastes and soaks. Don't get skunked while they cash in. Head to Castaway.com today and grab the scents that turn bites into battles. Castaway. Fish won't wait.
Hopefully you've been hearing my ads for Castaway's magnetic divers as well as the Kodiak fish attractants. And now there's a store where you can go check it all out and purchase them if you like. Great Lakes Outdoor Supply is the new store, which is out in Middlefield in the center of town. They have a great selection of all my products, including my freeze-dried baits. With the fishing season starting to get going, now is the perfect time for you to stock up, as well as try some of my new fish attractants. They have it all, even the new small Kodiak paste, which is a pocket size and a great way to try it out. They have the freeze-dried chicken livers, shrimp sacks, and wax works. So check it out today. They're open Monday through Saturday and closed on Sundays.
Whether you're a novice or a well-seasoned angler, if you want that extra edge in catching more fish, you want one of the many species of Kodiak scent. Made from real bait fish, Kodiak fishing scents are made from pure freeze-dried bait. Freeze drying enhances the scent considerably, making it the most potent fishing scent available to the fishermen today. It comes in many flavors, including shad, crayfish, salmon egg, and the most popular, minnow. Add the paste to your lures, it really sticks. And when a fish hits, it doesn't let go. And if you use tube jigs, try the tube injector. This handy syringe is made especially to be inserted into a tube jig. Kodiak fishing scents are now available online at Castaway.com. That's Castaway with a K.com. If you want to catch fish, you want Kodiak from Coulis.
Thanks for listening to the Inside the Great Outdoors podcast. If you have any questions, comments, or stories you'd like to share, shoot us an email at jcoulis@castaway.com. That's Castaway with a K. We'll share your comments with our audience on the following week's show. Thanks again for listening to Inside the Great Outdoors.
Welcome back, storytelling time. And Carl was talking about catfish and catfishing. I thought, I had some by accident. I always would go in early spring to Manitoba, Canada, to a lodge way back in for these big walleyes. And so we get there and it's early. Well, it was so cold. And we wanted cold to get back in because the lake would be froze, but we could land and we could get way back in because the walleyes spawned early. And we would catch 7-8 pound walleyes, but they were already spawned out. These would have been 10 pounders or more, but they're spawning and it's still all kind of snow on the ground. But early, the back in the marshes, because with the sun, it warms up and they can spawn. So we're catching them out in the lake, little bays before the big lake. So we couldn't get in because the snow was so bad and the ice, there's no way they could land because it was just a little landing strip at this lodge and it was full of snow and they had no way of really plowing it. So we thought, what are we going to do? So he called the tourism department guy and he said, there's a lodge on the Red River right by the dam. And that's open water. So we called because the guy ran charters and people fished there and he rented hotel rooms and stuff and had a little lodge sort of. And so we go there and we're fishing, just catching a little bit because the dam was not open. And the guy says, well, when they open the dam, then it's going to be, really good fishing. Well, okay, so we're fishing, and we go downstream, and we would catch some pike a little bit, but not much. And the fish there, the pike and the walleyes are emerald green, really a strange color. So here we look, and we were fishing near the dam, and we see these workers on the dam, because everybody's praying to open. When they open them locks on the dam, here come the water and here come the fish. They'll all move up into there. They're all over the different spots. So we're waiting in there, and all of a sudden we see people on the workers. We thought, ooh, maybe. Sure enough, they started to open up the dam, and the water started really coming. And the guy says, okay, here we go. So I had my fly rod. And so it took a little while till they got, the fish would move up there, but it didn't take very long. And so I was fishing out. I had taken all these light lines, 4, 6. Well, I had 2, 4, 6, 8, 12, and 20. I think all the different line classes, because I did it the year before, but I was working on catching world records with the fly rod on walleye, because that was a good place to be. And so we thought, well, we'll use these fly rods for the catfish. Well, we're catching 20 to probably high 20 catfish, and I'm catching them on fly rod. So I think I probably started, I can't remember the exact weights. 20 I know is the biggest. And we probably started with 20 because I had a big saltwater 10-foot fly rod. And so we're catching these big fish. Man, I mean, you want to talk about a fight. But the thing about them, we had a little eddy on the one side of
How tall was he?
Eddy?
About as tall as that guy in the Munsters, was that
Yeah.
Eddie?
Yeah, that eddy. Yay. So we're fishing in the little eddy and with little jigs, these little fly jigs.
Oh, he danced too?
Okay. Oh, my God. I'm glad you guys are enjoying this.
Oh, I'm loving it.
Oh, I
Great
guess.
story.
So we had these little, they were weighted flies that I was using for the walleye. So we use it for that. And so you move them, just cast it, move it along the bottom. So you hook a big fish, and where does he go? He runs out to that heavy water, because there was no, you anchor easily because it wasn't very deep, maybe 8 feet or something. But he'd get out in that fast water where you couldn't be out in that water, no way. I mean, it was white water. And he would go and he'd run downstream. So all you could do was hold on to the rod and let him run. And he took all the fly, we used weighted fly line, sinking. And he would run and get to the backing and run till it was a little bit calmer. And then he'd head back into the eddy, and he'd just come right back to where you caught him. So you just wait and reel in the slack, keep tension on it, wait. And before you knew it, he was right under the boat again after his big thing. And you'd fight him, and we'd land him, and then we would net the fish, and then we'd have to drive to shore because you can't weigh a fish for the records on a boat. It's got to be on land. Can't be any motion. So we'd run to the shore, had a special scale that I bought that was registered, and had to take it somewhere to get it registered. And we'd weigh the fish, and then we'd let it go, and then go back out and fishing. And then we started working on the different line classes. The problem when you got to 2 and 4 pound, when you got to 4 pound, you could set the hook, but boy, not very much. 2 pound, you try to lift, line would break. I never could get to 2 pound, but 4, you had to really be delicate, and you would just kind of lift, and so the hook would get set, but you would hold tension, because then the hook, you just lift it right out. So it was the rod, 10 foot, so it had a big arch in it. It took up all like a shock absorber, when he moved his tail. Okay, imagine 25-pound fish on 4-pound tests on a fly rod. Ooh, that was fun. And you played them and took time, and then we caught like 7 or 8 varieties. We caught perch in there. We caught catfish. We caught pike. We caught walleye, rock bass. I think some other kind of fish too as well. Some of the minnow type big minnow type things. But it was a really cool. It was the Red River, and it was just out of Winnipeg. And
How much did the catfish weigh?
why, are you looking up the records?
No.
Oh,
You still have some of them. I looked about one time. You
yeah,
had some
I still,
listed.
some got beaten through time. I would say it was in the 20s. And
How much did little Eddie weigh?
Little Eddie, he was a lot more than Big Eddie. But it was
Is
it
that
was
child abuse or
you had to really talk about playing the fish. I mean, you'd break the line. You know, I mean, even the 6 pound, I don't know if is it 2, 4, 8, 12, 20, something like that, whatever, the different line classes. But we found it by
You
accident
missed 6.
only because the weather didn't let us go for where we wanted to. We found something else where then we would go there just to go there because it was such good fishing, and the lodge was right by the dam, just downstream, and he had boats there, and really nice guy. And his name almost came to me. I don't know if he's still there or not, but that was something by accident turned out to be wonderful.
Was his name Eddie?
No,
he's a little guy.
little guy.
He's a little short guy.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
He had black hair. Came to a widow's
Yeah, came
peak.
to a
right now.
widow's peak. And really sharp bicuspids.
I'm glad you guys are having such a good time. Oh,
Dad
geez.
drove a cool car, though.
Yeah. But see how sometimes things happen for them when we thought, oh, we can't
Sure.
get into camp, and we didn't know when they'd be able to take us. And so what do? You flew all the way up there, and you get there, and then boo. So found that
We've had days like that when we go up salmon fishing or whatever in Lake Ontario, and the weather's just, because you plan the trip so far out.
Sure.
And the weather isn't,
right. Wind. It's wind,
Horrible.
all wind.
the weather, the waves and everything else, and like you can't get out. So we stay inshore and cast spoons off the
Did you?
break walls and catch brown trout.
Oh,
and
yeah.
we catch smallmouth and.
When there was
I used to catch perch and rock bass and these, and nobody would fish for them.
No.
It's like they're
No.
huge.
Really?
Yeah, it was awesome.
Wow. I know when we had a good, strong north wind, we would go up. I was on that island where I had my cottage. We'd go out to where the mouth was.
Mhm.
And I mean,
Where the mouse was?
no,
Oh,
no, this was where the boat was. It was in the big, but I'm talking 12, 14, 16-pound brown trout.
wow.
I mean, big one. But it had to be that north wind that would bring them in.
Yeah.
Otherwise,
Blow 'em in.
forget it.
Blow the bait in, blow the fish in.
Forget it. Yeah, otherwise you would catch nothing.
Yep.
But those were some big browns. Oh, there's some beauties. And we got a lot to mount because I took in taxidermy. I'm talking we mounted some 22 and 24-pound brown trout.
Holy cow.
Oh, those are 30
Monsters,
inches.
yeah.
Beautiful and big.
But just think that's an imported fish from Europe.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
An invader.
Invader. Wow, yeah, brown trouts are beautiful. I love to paint them because each spot is 3 colors: a silver, a white, and usually a dark brown or a black, depends on. And then they had a nice yellow orange at the right time late in the season. Early they were silvery with those spots. Later, that their skin used up all the fat. Same with the salmon. There were all these little potholes, which were a little hard to paint because it was crevices, just holes, like because the fat was all gone. But those brown trout, when they got late, their bellies turned black almost on the bottom to dark brown to golden orange to yellow, and that set them spots off. And then there were only a few red, just a plain red spot. And they had no silver, no brown, nothing, just red. And there were few. But when you were freeze drying them, you could see in the beginning, I would paint the fish silver and start with silver back. So you didn't know where the marks were. You had to use your ideas. Well, when you freeze dried them, everything's a natural skin. Well, then you had the pattern. The size of the dots were right. The color, the position was right. So it was natural, not like when you thought where it's supposed to be, looking at pictures. And then you could just follow every spot, and it was like, ooh. And then you'd gloss it, and everything would pop up. So
Wow.
good. We'll take a short break. We're in the home stretch, and we'll be back in 2.
I saw her sitting in the rain, raindrops falling on her. She didn't seem to care. She sat there and smiled at me. Then I knew she could make me happy.
Do you enjoy a good story about hunting or fishing? Then you need to get your hands on Tales from the Trails, the real-life adventures of Castaway Coulis. Take a journey around the world with Joe as he recounts some of his best hunting and fishing trips, from Africa to Alaska, from behind the Iron Curtain to Australia. You can share in his memories through the book, complete with pictures to take you on the journey. It's a trip back in time looking through the eyes of an outdoors legend. Order your copy today on Amazon or at castaway.com. That's Castaway with a K.com.
Outdoor enthusiasts, get pumped! Join Joe Castaway Coulis on his solo adventure, The Outdoor World of Castaway Coulis, on the Outdoor Radio Network. The legend is back, and now on radio. Every Wednesday at 11 a.m., Joe brings you thrilling stories, expert tips, and all things hunting, fishing, and wild exploration. Catch The Outdoor World of Castaway Coulis. Tune in to the Outdoor Radio Network on iHeartRadio. Head to iHeart.com or grab the iHeartRadio app to start your adventure today.
Thanks for listening to the Inside the Great Outdoors podcast. If you have any questions, comments, or stories you'd like to share, shoot us an email at jcoulis@castaway.com. That's Castaway with a K. We'll share your comments with our audience on the following week's show. Thanks again for listening to Inside the Great Outdoors.
Welcome back. We're in the home stretch, and since Joe's out, I think he's in Alaska.
He's going to meet with Little Walrus up there.
Is it really?
Yeah, he's going to get her plane tickets to come back here.
Oh, and he could. Is that
She
the
can
Little
bring you
Walrus's
water all the
brother?
time.
Yeah.
Little Eddie, is that her brother?
Little lady's
No.
a cousin.
Cousin
Yeah.
to Little Walrus.
He lives in Canada.
Oh, and she lives in Alaska.
Mhm.
Oh, you too. Too. You got some good news?
Let's see.
Joe's out gallivanting.
I had some good news.
Yeah, you
Well,
said
we
you
talked
did.
about some of it. The
I have a little bit
Well, you
of
saw the
bad
bir-
news.
you saw
Catfish
the
and Crappie
birds.
Conference and the birds.
Yeah.
Birds.
I guess it would be good news. What I've been seeing a lot of lately, I've been seeing a lot of monarch butterflies lately.
Yeah,
Ooh,
I
that's
have
good.
too.
When I was
haven't.
fishing at Mosquito, they were flying all over the place.
Oh, I haven't.
It's
They get a lot of wind through there.
yeah.
You know?
It's been they've had a few north winds coming from Canada and stuff, so they might be blowing down a little bit early this
Blowing
year.
through now. You know.
And what else? What other good news did I have?
Well, fishing is gonna be getting good news here.
Well, they're still
Yeah.
nailing the walleyes. At least my
The
buddies are out
perch
there
are biting, the
doing good.
walleyes
Yeah,
are
that's some
biting.
good news. They're really
Yeah,
now
the
they're
perch are
going
picking
through a ton of them to keep their 30, but they're
that's
getting
okay.
them.
Yeah,
That's good.
That's all right.
And hopefully some of them make their way out east and get really big. So I'm hoping to go perch fishing. I can't next week. This is not good news. This is bad news.
Uh-oh.
But I have to work Saturday, so
Oh.
I've been roped in, so as they say.
Rockets.
So, but hopefully, maybe the week after that, I'll be getting out to do some perch fishing. Maybe. With Keith from Brecksville, we might go. So
Keith from Brecksville.
Yep. Or Bob and Carol at Fish and Fool Charters. We may go.
Oh. Well,
So
good luck.
If I
you
get some
to go.
perch, hopefully, maybe I'll bring in some perches for you guys.
Ooh.
So, Lake Erie perch is the best.
Oh, no kidding.
I'd rather have that than walleye, actually.
Oh,
Yes.
wait. Oh, no comparison.
But if I had walleye, I wouldn't be complaining either.
No.
No, especially
They're
fresh.
all good. They're
Yes.
all good.
Especially
we like
fresh.
them all.
But yeah, it's what else? I did have some wisdom.
Oh,
Yeah.
And this is sort of in honor of Joe Keogh, who we don't know for sure, but he may be in Alaska.
yeah.
Or he may just be, out.
Who knows?
We don't know.
He's a
He's a big-
peregrinator.
He
That's
told
right.
us, but we don't remember.
That's right.
Who don't
He's
remember?
he's a big boy and can take care of himself.
Yes, he's fine.
Yeah.
But Joe, if you're in Alaska, this one's for you. Never go to Alaska as a young man because it will spoil you for anywhere else in the world.
Look what we got sitting next to us.
And John Muir said that.
Who did?
John Muir,
Oh,
Great
you're right.
American
I'll tell you what. When you go there,
naturalist and explorer.
and and fishing is like one after another.
Well, it
You
used
know,
to be.
Well, yeah.
Now, geez.
Well, yeah. Back then there was no limits. Now, one halibut, and it got to be this size and this, and
Like
Sli-
Florida.
yeah.
You need a license for,
For
every
everything.
single fish.
I think
that's
never
the way.
used to have
That's the
to
way
have-
all those places
yeah.
are, and it's. I see these videos on YouTube,
yeah.
and the only fishing videos I see from Alaska anymore
Yeah.
are commercial fishing videos,
Really?
where they do long lining
Yeah.
and catch black cod or they catch halibut,
Yeah.
and they're keeping everything.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm thinking, well, how do these guys get to do that?
Sure.
And
But the regular guy, he
Can't.
can catch one a month or something.
Yeah.
And the rockfish, the rockfish population has crashed because of overfishing.
yeah.
And
Well,
it's not the sport guys.
No.
It is not.
It's the same
It's
that's
the
happening in
huge-
Florida, and you know that.
It's the huge commercial fishing interests.
Yep. They're raping
and
the ocean.
That's what all the trawlers from Russia come over, and
Yeah.
China, and
Yeah.
Japan, and everywhere, and they don't follow any
Southeast
rules.
Asia.
I
comes
think the
over.
biggest thing I noticed that's a detriment is you used to be able to afford to go to Alaska
Mm-hmm.
to hunt. Now,
Or to fish.
Or to
yeah,
It costs
yeah.
a ton to go fishing up
I
there.
haven't checked that, but I mean, what was neat,
But
you'd go
the other
to
thing, you can't keep fish like you used to.
no, but you would go to Alaska and you would go for 3 weeks and you would hunt everything. You see a grizzly? Okay, you got the license? Yeah, you could shoot it. You see a moose? Yeah, okay. Now it's you go for
Yeah,
moose.
caribou,
That's it.
everything.
Yes, you could whatever you saw, kind of like Africa. And then you go fishing and you'd catch big grayling, in the afternoon or whatever, the middle of the day, or with weather depending, you go catch, big grayling and big pike. That was the surprising thing, that Alaska has like
Huge.
50-inch pike. I
Huge.
mean, the one guy that I hunted moose, he would take pike fishing.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean 45 to 50-inch pike. Those huge in the rivers. And you wouldn't think Alaska and pike, But yeah, they have it. So that was a surprising. But yeah, unfortunately, it's changed. Well, talking to the guides, why did sheep hunting go from 1,500 to 30,000?
Mm-hmm.
Well, the main reason, one of the big reasons, there's more people trying to get the same amount of, there's only so many, they want to manage it, so there's only so many permits. Well, you got 4 times as many people. So you're 60 or 70. Well, now you got 20, 30, and 40 before 50 years old. When you were there, you had probably not many people older than you doing it, and not many younger ones. So demand, I guess you would say. Now the demand is you got 20 years old and 30 years old and 40 years old. So you got, how many more people after the same limited
You
thing.
got a lot of people with a lot of money, too.
That's the other thing. That's the other big
You got
thing.
people who are going to pay for it.
Yeah. Yeah, one guy donates, now it was to a good cause, but would donate $250,000 to get a sheep permit in Nevada, something. It'd go to a charity thing, but still could afford $250,000.
Yeah.
I mean,
That's a
that's
lot of money.
Yeah, that is. So, anyway.
I heard one bad thing.
Uh-oh.
They're seeing in the East. I haven't heard any around here. People are getting cases of rabbit fever.
Oh, I'm glad you brought it up because a listener wanted me to ask you about. Oh, I'm glad you did.
Yeah.
So, what is the story?
A couple people. I just heard this. I didn't see any articles or anything about it, but I forgot where I heard it. But they're getting rabbit fever out east. I think Connecticut or Maryland or something, and they're getting it from tick bites. Of course, ticks are so prevalent in the east, but rabbit fever is Francisella tularensis, I believe, and it comes from rabbits. Other types of small mammals can get it. It's a pretty serious disease. Now, you can get it from cleaning a rabbit, too,
Ooh.
and I think I've seen it in the wilds a couple times. Usually the livers are spotted at the sick rabbit. You don't want to shoot rabbits. My dad always
That's
says
what
you
always
never
said it was a spotted liver. You
Right.
wanted to throw it away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And my dad always says you never shoot a rabbit until after a first killing frost.
Yeah. I remember
that was the old thing.
The other thing I saw quickly, I don't know if it's MIT.
bad, but they're getting it from a tick bite.
Okay, so
along with everything else.
with that, I think it was MIT, but somewhere they've developed they've got it developed now. They got to mass produce it a way that you could check a tick and see if it has Lyme disease.
Oh, they do that now.
You
but
look in
there's
its
some new
armpit.
thing.
Yeah, it's not new.
No, there is a new one they just announced from MIT
There's been tests around to
But this
know
is
if
the-
a tick has Lyme disease.
Yes, but this is a new one for easy. Anybody could get this test, and in 15 minutes you would know. But it was a new at MIT or one of the big universities made it a lot easier mass where everybody. So if you did see the tick, not from the bite, this is the tick. They can test the tick.
Yeah.
To see if it has Lyme.
yeah,
Okay. But this is some new thing that's out that I just saw in there. So there's just a lot of.
Depends on how much
The top
it costs.
The top drink at MIT is vodka with lime. So
Oh. Oh, my God. Oh, you guys. Pooh. Well, that show was fast.
Yeah, it went quick.
All over the place. All over the place.
all over.
Yeah, but it's all over now.
Yeah.
Nothing but
we go to so many different places in this show every week. You never know what's going to come
No.
out.
No,
Hey,
we don't.
Carl, all you need to be a fisherman is patience and a worm.
There you go. See that? Okay. We'll go out there and make some memories. Memories you make today could be the most lasting, most important ones. I say it every week, but it's true. It's memories. The older you get, the more important they are to look back. Look at all the memories we talked about today that's from the past. So they're very important. Make a phone call to somebody you haven't talked to, haven't seen. Win-win, boy. They'll be happy to hear your voice. You'll reminisce. They'll mention things that you forgot. You'll do the same, and both get a chuckle out of it. And we say it all the time, a day without a smile is a day wasted. And we get no time, the older we get, to waste any of those days. So keep that in mind. And remember, as my mother always told me, Joey, don't you ever take any wooden nickels.
You've been listening to Inside the Great Outdoors with Joe Kulis, Joe Keogh, and Dr. Norm. Join us every Sunday morning from 7 a.m. to 10 a.m. on AM 1420 The Answer. Download the podcast of today's show and previous broadcasts at IGOradio.com. Follow the show on Facebook and get interactive with the cast and crew. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you next week, 7 a.m., right here on AM 1420 The Answer.